Hi all, today I am going to speak to you about what are the expectations of a MPH graduate. To speak to you about this, it is all driven by the kind of work that we are going to do in the future. So what are the different types of jobs a MPH graduate does? I can classify this according to 5 or 6 categories. So one of them would be the government jobs. Many of the states have already implemented the public health cadre. So according to those public health cadre system, whatever contractual jobs or even the permanent jobs are available, so we are going to fit ourselves there. Other than this, the National Health Mission has many programs in which the program officer or the project coordinator jobs are available. These are also one of the places where we are going to fit. And the next job is your non-governmental organizations. The non-governmental organizations can be classified broadly into 2 types. One is the local NGOs, which you can find in Niti Darpan website. Every district wise, whatever lists are available of the NGOs are available in Niti Darpan website. In Karnataka, we have Swami Vivekananda Youth Movement. Then we have Karnataka Health Promotion Trust. We have Deshpande Foundation. We have Institute of Public Health. We have Karuna Trust, so on and so forth. So there are many other organizations. Even in Maharashtra, there is Search NGO, there is Anandvan, like that. Many of these organizations are grouped under the development project, not only health. Okay. So that is about the local NGOs. Other than the local NGOs, there are international NGOs like WHO, UNICEF, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, PATH, then John Snow, so on and so forth. Other than this, we have corporate social responsibilities, CSRs. So every organization or every industry has to dedicate 2% of their annual profit for the development related projects. So many of these big companies have opened their own foundation, like you can see the Reliance Foundation, Tata Trust. So these kind of places also we have opportunities. Okay, and the other type of job is the research. You have Indian Council of Medical Research offering many kind of junior research fellow options and many project coordinator jobs also. Then we have also jobs in pharmaceutical companies for clinical trials, and many outsourced companies are also doing clinical trials. There also we can we do fit in. And as far as I know, the last one is the academics. Now there are around 100 to 105 Masters of Public Health colleges in India, and many of the faculty positions are required in those colleges. So that is also one place where Masters of Public Health students can fit in. So now coming back to the question, so what is it expected out of a Masters of Public Health student? So he has to fit in all of these places. What are those common things that he has to have, and what are those specific things he should have? So the way I would actually handle this is, first I would suggest everybody to go and create your profile in the one of those topmost job websites. I'm not endorsing anybody, but still, devnetjobsindia.org, impactpool.org, indeed.co.in, who.iit, unicef.org. If you create your profiles in these websites, you will get to know what are those qualifications that and what are those skill sets that they are actually demanding. And to summarize the skills, many of the organizations require you to have program management and organization skills. Okay, so this can be actually your leadership skill, communication skill, and the technical part also. So for example, if you are being hired for a tuberculosis related project or a HIV related project, people would expect you to know the technical aspect of it. Okay, but majority would be assessed depending upon how you can handle yourself, how you can handle a team, because the first and foremost level at which you will be working is at the district level positions. So you have to handle larger teams, you have to have your advocacy skills to get things done. So those leadership and management skills and communication skills are at the core of a MPH graduate, along with these technical skills. Then now you can broadly classify yourself, either you want to go towards the organization and management or towards research, primarily towards research. If you want to go towards research, then you need to have at least 2 publications within this 2 years of MPH, and also you should have you should know how to create proposals, write for grants, and manage the budget and finances of these grants. Okay, and then every organization expects you to know the data analysis, and the commonest thing that they expect is not SPSS, because SPSS costs you 1 to 3 lakhs. If you are in an academic institution, you can get it for free. Otherwise, like if you go to WHO website, they expect you to know R or Stata, okay, these kind of softwares. So it's better, even if it is difficult, it's better to always get into R software to know that coding, and also you can use R interfaces and actually get the analysis done. The writing is one of the integral part of MPH graduate. You will be writing a lot of reports, a lot of articles. You will be communicating to larger audience, so you need to be a good writer too, and you need to have these good communication skills to address the larger audience, to make an impact, to represent your organization, to advocate, and to make policy level decisions. You need to communicate, and the training skills that you should have. So these are some of the main and summarized or the core skills that an MPH graduate should have, which I could summarize in this 5 minutes that I was given. And I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to address all of you. Thank you.